Hey there, you EverQuest Norathians. We are in Western Wastes in the Claws of Vasheen expansion. We're going to be heading up over near the Temple of Vasheen to kill Miscreation the Timeless. He is a giant Dracolich, super cool looking, and there's a whole bunch of Dracolich in there. And I almost forgot. I'm saying Dracolich, and that made me remember. Everything in the zone is undead, so we got to make sure we get our group perfected invisibility against the undead. I'm not even going to try to say that word twice. Barely made it out once. So, all right, so we are off. We've got everyone grouped up, buffed up, sowed up, and now invised, as you saw. So off we go. It's probably about the middle of the zone. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's basically the middle of the zone. So it's in a big giant crevice. It's pretty neat. So off we go. You probably have seen it. It's pretty much the same as... Alright, somebody's not coming here. Who is that? Bob is not coming. Not with the group. I know I hit the follow Milldryd button. I guess I moved. Okay, there. Whatever. I guess I moved. So, that's all you can do. Yes. Okay, so off we go. We are heading north, and we need to pretty much go northwest as soon as we get to the other crevasse that's up here. It sounds more exotic when you say crevasse instead of crevice. It sounds very clinical the other way. Make sure no one's behind. There we go. Checking out the map. Everyone is on point. So one more hill, and then we're going to be past that. They can go down there to Dragon Necropolis. We don't want to do that because once you get in that that pit, that claw mark, you really have to run to the end to get out. You can't really go up and over. A lot of the walls are too steep. Sure, there's a few places here and there that you can use to go up and out. You don't have to run back and forth to get out at the end. But I don't want to mess around with it. I don't want to do it. Hey, check this out. This is cool. Yeah, this is a pretty neat zone. I do like it. I like what they did with the new versions of Velios. So I think they're good. I like it that everything is on. Oh boy, that's going to kill half of us. That is a steep. Oh, a tunnel burrower. Apparently, all right, well, let's get this thing. I guess this thing does not see invis, so we'll just do what we do best, you know? There we go. Got everyone set up, everyone doing their thing. Milldryd's getting her butt kicked. Oh, luckily, oh man, I was thinking that for a second. I saw Milldryd's life go down to about 60%, and the question whether or not we had our merc with us. It's like, oh my gosh. That's something that I do quite a bit, actually. Get going on this, and just no mercenary. And, I don't even think, Bob doesn't even have a heal spell up. I think Dellylah has a real weak one. So, it's like, it's not good. Oh, look at this guy. Let's get to where we want to go before we start killing more of these guys. But look at him. Frosted Dracolich. Yeah. Dragon skeleton. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, let's get our follow back on. Whoops, that's just regular follow. I might have done that. Just hit regular follow instead of follow Milldryd. So, alright, let's go with our undead. Okay. Off we go. Yeah, these guys are cool. This is fun. I enjoy killing these things. You know, you gotta have fun or enjoy like the creatures that you're killing, because you're spending a lot of time with them. You know, it's like the people you work with. You gotta at least like them a little bit. So I try to find creatures that I like to kill, and it just makes the grind, you know, easier and more fun. So that was a mistake. Yeah, doing that double back. Nobody's gonna make that turn. So we want to back up here a little bit. I think it shows that Miscreation spawns way down, kind of where we were fighting that tunnel burrower, but I believe it can really spawn anywhere. These frosted Dracolich are its placeholders, so the more you kill, the more chance you have of getting one. So we don't want to be too close, because our luck will just, we'll be in the middle of a fight, and the name will spawn. And I guarantee this name is not going to... I've killed it before, but it's not like a walk in the park. Where are we at here? Oh, Bob went the other way. He went too far. So, alright. These guys here also drop these books, Draconomicon books or something like that. There's 8 of them. It's a collection. So, we have that right now. But let's put Zolchek on high alert in that place. And now here we go. Let's get it going. So we have to watch our distance. You know, they're Dracolich, so they have kind of a large hitbox. So at least when they're coming our way, you know, their hitbox is large. You know, they can hit from a long distance and we can't. So got to get a little closer so we can get our synergy kicks. Somebody is a little loud, so hopefully let's see what we got going on here. Sound volume at 40. Yeah, I think Bob was too loud. That's better. I like the noises, you know, but there we go. Look at that. Check it out. We got one of the books already. So everything's just going to Bob. There we go. Frozen Draconic Tome, Volume 5. So I believe it's 1 through 8. Whoops. Bob is not the puller anymore. I'm so used to being him as the puller from my old days. I know I haven't been doing it much lately, but I'm still kind of used to it. So when I'm... Ooh, they are way too close. Let's not fuss around with that. Let's get this guy. No sense of, you know, we could probably use, whoops, got to be able to see him. We could probably use Rest the Dead on these guys, because, you know, they're dead. Dead dragons. It's probably the dragon spirit of all of the Kalandakars that were killed in the original Velios. There we go. Let's get things going. This guy here, he also drops an AUG, so it'd be cool if we could get that. But we would like to get the name at least once, see how that goes, so that'd be pretty cool. Alright. Oh, gotta get closer. I hate how they do stop so far away. I mean, he needs to get closer. I can't even kick him. He's so far away. Come on, let's back him up. Get up here, dude. Come on. There we are. That's what we're looking for. How are we doing? Milldryd's looking like she's doing pretty good. She's taking the heat. What is she doing here? Ooh, 32,000, 25,000, 22, 31,000. So I got hit for 2,000. I'll take that. Wish there were a few more of those kind of hits. Make things a little bit easier. All right. No, we're not going to do that. Oh, geez. All right, well, this is, I guess that's the way it's going to have to go. So let's go Rest the Dead, and if not, we're just going to FD. Is that our FD? Yeah, there. No. Oh, man, we got to... She doesn't get feign death like monks do, where it's an ability. We have to have a spell. So let's hit Rest the Dead. Geez, with these guys, Rest the Dead is... Well, let's just try it. Cool. You know, I mean, their hitbox is so far away that you have to get right up on them, and pretty soon, you know, to cast a spell, and pretty soon you're just going to be so close that you aggro them. You know, it's like, wait a minute. It's not how that's supposed to work. Wow, it's like we're all in melee range. That's so weird. Wow. Who is so loud? Let's check this out. That's because this is ridiculous. Put her down to 10. I know, there's major excitement here. Go. Something is way too loud. Hey, we got another book. Music volume 20. Let's turn that down to 15, and then we'll go down to 10 on the sound. Go. And let's check Bob one more time. We got to bring that down. 30 is just... 30 is too much. Okay. See if we can get a more realistic volume. It's a little too much. Some people play with sound off, but see, it's like now I can barely hear her running, which I like to be able to do. And the spells are low, but you know, you gotta give and take. If it's too loud, then you know, I mean, you just heard how it was. It's not as bad as after we get killed. The volume reset that it does to like full blast. Now it's a little low. I like to hear the music in the background. I like the combat music. So we might turn Milldryd back up just a little bit because she's attacking. There we go. Let's try that. Let's go 20/20 on the... There we go. Let's try that because she's doing the attacking. And so she gets the combat music, and Bob is doing the bow. And he doesn't get any combat music when he's doing the bow. I don't know what the respawn time is on this stuff. I think it's like 9 minutes in some of the other zones. So I'm going to guess that it's probably the same. There we go. Pull them in. That's a little better. That does sound a lot better. It's just enough there in the background so we can get a good view, or good, good sound indication of what's happening. And, I use that as cue, is that make sure that things are working the way they're supposed to. I'm going to activate my trophies and stuff, just because I have, whoops, I double clicked, I got a low click happy there. I've got a lot of favor, so I might as well use it up, and it does help with DPS. So I've been here before, a long time ago, when I was running all 5 at the squad. I think everybody was level 120 at that time. And we were able to kill the named, and we got the named to spawn in several places right outside, not just that location noted on the map. So, oh, come on. One more step, there we go. And we just hope for the best. We get ourselves another kill here on the named, get it on camera, and then say we did this. They have the pet earring in TOV, and I'm not sure. It's like it's Beast, Necro Wizard, Necro Mage, Mage Wizard, Mage Necro. I don't know, but I'm gonna look it up, and if old Elennora can use it, because that makes your pet stronger, I guess, and I don't know what else, but everyone raves about having a pet earring, and we don't have one, so I think it would be cool to get a pet earring. So maybe we'll go, and I think it's in the Great Divide. We'll go there and get ourselves a pet earring for her. I know it's a couple expansions back, but no, we don't have a pet earring, so couple expansion back pet earring is better than no pet earring, I suppose. I mean, even if we just put it on, cast our pet, and then take it off. I don't know if it's something that is always there, kind of like a buff for your pet. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I want to get one. Okay, so we got our spawn back over there. So that looks like about 10 minutes, I think. I have this button here, this TOV named. That was the one I was using while we were doing all the name cycle in Great Divide and in Eastern Waste. They're basically on the same spawn cycle. So I'll hit that, and we'll keep an eye on what it is. Let's see, what do we got here? Hey, we've got 3, 5, 7, and 1. So let's put that here. We'll put 5 here and 7 there. There we go. See how long it takes to get all of them. I don't know if the rest of the girls have it or not, but we'll see. We're gonna try to get a bunch of them. Gives us something else to try to collect while we're here, you know. Try to get the name, try to get a drop, and get the collection. Plus a little EXP, you know, never hurt. We're not on our bonus anymore, which is a bummer. Screwed around doing other things instead of doing this during the bonus. Let's stick here. There's Bond to Bend. Go. There's another named this Blasphemous Steel. Yeah, that's him way up there. He's like a djinn or a zin, however you say that, like a floating genie guy. He drops another AUG that it's not lore, but it's a real pain up over there, and I was there for a long time. We were doing this camp for a little bit, and then we went over to that one. And oh, we got to hit our button here real quick. Oh, that's like a 7-minute spawn timer. Well, let's see. We were there for quite a while. We only saw the named once, and it was actually, I think, a little more trouble than what it was worth because there's a lot of roamers, and they are definitely not thrilled to have you in the area. So it was just more trouble than it was worth. And at that time, I didn't know about Hate's attraction, so I was having a real hard time with the splitting. And I don't know if it's undead, or alive, or what. I don't know, but it was just tough. It was difficult. And that was right around when I first started running the squad. So I had a lot to learn, just like I still do, but I had even more to learn back then because it just wasn't getting it done. Can't headshot these, but I don't know. I think we're making pretty quick work of it. So let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we did 6 or 7. 6? 1 a minute. I think that's a lot of spawn points out here to keep clear. The potential of having a named. So we're going to kill this guy, and I'm sure one will spawn right behind me. You know, what I should try to do, we'll do this when we get to Elennora next time. We'll try to hit it with a mez and see what it says. We're going to kill it, so definitely going to break mez, but at least we'll be able to see whether it says it's unmezable or not. That's important information, I think. And we got that one cast. Come back. Single mez. Let's see what it does. Throwing out Addle. Target cannot be mesmerized. Yeah, it's a dragon, so didn't think so. I was hoping for the best, but too close. What do we got going on here? Everybody's taking a hit. Screwing around too much. Letting this thing live for just a little too long. Ooh, nice. See, I might have to turn the sound up a little bit. I didn't hear, resisted it, but I didn't hear it cast, and I didn't really see her do anything. I was watching him, so I wasn't paying attention to her. Could always add maybe a line in, make a button and have the line say, you know, cast that spell, and then say something in group. See if we can pull it back a little bit. Getting summoned. Let's get our track up. We'll set it to normal. That way, if our name spawns, I'll see it. for being as big as they are, you actually have to kind of run around and get a little close to them so that they show up. Yeah, they just pop up out of nowhere. Ooh, we're probably gonna get two. Oh, wow, that surprising. Definitely gonna take it though. You know, happy to be here. Happy to get one Dracolich instead of two. Straight ahead there, that crazy thing, that's Temple of Vasheen. Never really spent a lot of time in the real, or the original Temple of Vasheen, so I don't really know what's going on in there. I'm sure it's just the same thing, but a bunch of hard, undead creatures, so. Maybe eventually we'll go through there, try to get all the named. And I think I figured out what I've done before, you know, like when I went to pull creatures, as soon as I select on them, it like immediately pulls them with a spell. Like as soon as Bond of Bin goes off, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more spells that go off. After that, if I, you know, hit the second round of life taps. If I do it too late, well, you know, we kill the creature, so they don't really have anything to do. But because they're on a timer, they're going to go off. So if like one spell would go off, then I'd run out to get a pull, but then I'd interrupt that next spell that was supposed to go off. But by the time I got to the creature and targeted it, the third spell would go off because I was standing still, so it would actually cast, and before I could like actually pull it, the spell would go off and then pull it for me automatically. So it took a little while to figure out that was the problem. So let's get over here. So it's good to know, just, you know, that was happening. So I might turn Gina on, and I've gone through and turned off all the audio cues because that was just too much the last time we used it. I mean, it was squawking just way too much. Let's go back here to Bob. Okay, so the named, that's over, but we don't have one at the door. I was afraid I was going to turn around and see one at the door. No, but it's probably going to be pretty soon. Have to get a timer or something. Definitely. That's the only problem with pulling through a spawn point like that. You know, the chances get really high that you're going to get two. I think we could probably take it. We'd have to go Super Saiyan on everyone and use all their burns. And just pop over to Bob and we'll do his swarm, and then we'll get back with Milldryd on her second round of life taps. A little too close. There we are. It's where I don't like having. Oh, there we go. So yeah, pretty good. It's where I don't like having illusions on, because it just makes the bow animation really weird. Okay, so we need to figure this out. to put in an AA so that these spells stop fizzling. So if we run to here, there we go. Figure out how far to move back when we pull so that we get this thing right on top. So Milldryd's looking pretty good still. The trash mobs, you know, they hit her. She's going to lose some health for sure, but it's really not that big of a deal. There we go. So let's just say, all right, we got the timer there. Let's see when it respawns. We'll be here for a little bit. It'll be good to know our timer. This one here, pretty close to getting the old respawn. This guy's way out here. I'm not jazzed about pulling this far. Especially when you can't see them. I mean, I should be able to see them. I mean, they're huge skeletal dragons, for Pete's sake. But I think they did a good job on this expansion. It's not just a revamp of the old zones. You know, there are some different features and everything that they put in, so it does make it nice. You can tell you're in a different place, but on the other hand, you should have just made it a different place. You know, like a higher level Bobbhaus. A little bummed we haven't had a dragon tone in a while. Only got the 3. That's crazy. If you go kill Morwina, those mermaids are dropping their jewels all the time. I mean, it does not take long for you to get a full set of that. And then at the end of the night, you probably have 10, 12 full sets. Keep it going, keep our synergies up. She's not doing too bad on mana. No, she has all these spells that she casts almost every time. She definitely is casting, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the pull spell, so 6. She's casting all those every time. So, I think it's pretty good. Takes quite a while for her to go through her mana, so. See if I just run to here. That looks pretty good. Just one more down. I feel like we're doing pretty good. Clicking through these, it's pretty easy. Thought this thing was walking away from me for a second there, and then just as I stopped to hit it with a spell, I could tell it was come forward. We stop at the top of this diamond. Looks like that allows the Dracolich to be in good position. Hey, check it out, there's somebody here. I don't see too many people, especially way out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this is not an easy zone to get to. It's like at the end of a long, long, icy road. I liked it in the first, just regular Velios, Scars of Velios, that it was difficult to get here. I mean, it was like the most faraway zone. But now, it should be a little easier to get to. Especially because they have such an important spell vendor here for level appropriate stuff. Got to start going a little easier on the spells from Bob, kind of killing his mana. I don't want to be too low and then have the name spawn. When the name spawns, I want to be able to go all out, just go ham, casting all my spells, doing everything I need. I want to run out halfway through the fight. Okay, so we should be getting pretty close to having the front door placeholder spawn. So we'll kill this guy, and then we'll just wait, and we can get a firm number on what time they spawn. Man, it's slow. It's like a cat running. Alright, so here we are. We're just going to keep an eye out. Our button is over, so that was 7 minutes. And then after this, we'll just post up and med while we wait for this creature to spawn. There we go. Alright, how's Milldryd doing? She could sit down as well. Let's take a look. Oh, what I wanted to do. Let's take a look at this. Our Akevian trunk is completely empty. We have been doing the Darkened Sea. Oh, there he is. What is it? 9 minutes. Cool. So we were doing this. Jonas Dagmir's Skeletal Parrot. I mean, we had to do all of these quests And each time you do a quest, which it's all of mercenary quests, so it's all those. And every time you get a new piece. And then you have to, after you get enough pieces, you have to go buy this tiny limb taxidermy kit from the Thalu. And then once you get enough, then you can wait for the undead peddler, and you can buy the last one, which puts everything together. And you get this. Jonas Dragmir's skeletal parrot. It is an AUG for a type 7. I wish it was like a type 3. I could actually use it. You get 40 AC, 350 hit points, mana, endurance, and then plus 20 to all stats, and then plus 6 heroic. And it's supposed to get better the more increases in power as you complete more quests and missions in all of the Darkened Sea zones. Which, I don't know, you're quite a ways in. You're at the Thalarsar Island. I mean, there's only 2 more zones after this. So, and I've done all the other quests, up to that point. So we're about done. It's not going to get that much better. But, it was fun to do, and man, was it taking up some space in my bags. Holy moly. So I'm really happy to finish off that island with the mercenary quests, and then clear out this bag. That was giving me some heartburn every time I'd see that bag. Yikes. Okay, so we're at 9 minutes. All right, 9 minutes. It's good to know, because these things are unmessable. So I can probably, well, I don't know. I might be able to charm it. Who knows? Bob is back to full health, or full mana. He's been full health the whole time. He's not getting hit. A little closer so the synergy kicks work. Ooh. Pumpkin Spice needs to come back out. There it is. Alright. Some of these are like a little different color looking depending on how the light hits them. So it's like I see that, I'm like, oh, is that the named? And it's not. I don't know if it's any bigger. I can't remember. I think it is. So we keep having the girls do their thing. Bob hits it with, his swarm of the fern flies, so that Milldryd gets a nice damage shield, and then hits it with the other stinging swarm spell. We got Dellylah doing a slow, and then Elennora just hitting it with a, I don't know, just like a direct damage enchanter spell, I guess. And throwing a slow in there as well, just in case Delylah's slow didn't take. Doesn't hurt. I mean, she sits down after she casts them, so she's pretty much always full mana. Oof, they're all over the place. We'll have to go snag that one over there by the door next. The other two are right on top of each other, so we'll give them a minute to try and separate. We'll let them split themselves. That way we don't have to fuss around and do it. There's in the old school way, you used to be able to hold a button and do up or down, and you could shift where your character was in the screen or is in the screen. So like in this view right here, I could shift it so that the screen goes up and Bob will drop closer to all the spell gems. So then that gives me more of a field of view. If anybody, you know, he would be like this, but when you zoom out, you can drop it down. So if anybody remembers how to do that, that'd be great. Put that in the comments. I'm going to try to see if I can find it for our next episode. I wish I was better at fussing around with the... I'm going to get this guy instead. You know, changing views and controlling with the mouse and everything. I don't know, I'm not good at it. And it seems like I always grab the wrong thing and I move the screens around. You know, I've done that a few other times. So it's kind of a pain. I know that's how some people have always played. I just never did. You know, EverQuest was really first computer game. Well, it's really my first and only computer games. Well, I did play one other one, but Jedi Knight, the first one. But it just wasn't, you know, good at doing it with the mouse control. So I was really happy when I could, you know, I knew I could use just the keys. And for a long time, I didn't use the WASD. I used the arrow keys. That was quite uncomfortable because a mouse with my right hand and was over there controlling with my left. So I don't know, it just wasn't ideal. So once I forced myself to learn how to at least use the WASD or WASD. So it's interesting to watch people play, and you can see what, you know, wow, getting crushed, what style they use. You know, because like on this, I would like to be able to be at a different view so that we could get a better perspective of, you know, what's happening. I was in, what was it, Crystal Caverns, and in order to pull a couple of the spiders, I actually had to go mouse control and look down into this pit to grab the spiders. And that's when I first started thinking, man, I should learn how to do that. But it's just, you know, it's tough. Especially then when I panic, you know, which is a lot. Everything would just kind of go sideways for me. So I guess I just have to do it more, so then it's all natural, you know, and just the way using the mouse keys to control are. But yeah, I mean, it could be worse. New expansion beta is coming out pretty soon. So thought I'd throw that out there, and that way we can really date this video a few years from now. But have to check that out. Get the next expansion. I'm going to start with Milldryd, and then get it for the 2 other girls, so that we can get Milldryd up to 125, and you know, maybe that's the push she'll need to get a little bit higher AC and health, so that she'll stay alive. Especially since she doesn't have any raid gear. But at that point, if I get that, maybe on a raid night, I can get her in to get a raid breastplate and maybe a raid weapon. You know, that'd really be all I want. It's just the BP and the weapon. And that'd be pretty cool. So, especially later in the expansion, you know, I mean, everybody has what they want, so we're just all picking stuff up for our alts. So we should be having this, this one at the end of the hallway should be spawning real soon. Sit Bob down. Oh, see, there we go. Almost on cue. Milldryd would be the only alt that I really would want to get any kind of gear for. I don't think it really wouldn't help any of the other characters at all. But I think definitely would help her, help the group. But right now she doesn't have, this is the highest, no, she has Knight of Shadow from the TOL. Or no, Knights of Shadow is the newest one, and then it's Torment, no, Torment of Luceland? I don't know. Terror of Luceland. So, but we need to get her out there. Maybe get a raid shield too. I mean, she's going one-hander. Might as well have both of them. Gotta get a little closer. There we go. Those synergies going. Oh, those two are still right next to each other. It's not what we want to see. I was hoping they'd split themselves up. Go, get everyone going. Bob's doing pretty good. He just had two, a 1.1 and a 1.5 million shot. So that's really good because normally that's reserved for humanoids. Back it up. Not even shooting his arrows, he's just casting his arrow spells. Hey, finally a book. All right, and we don't have it. It is number 3. Here we go. Half the books. Really thought we'd have more of those by now. At least if you're not getting the named, you're picking up a collection, so I feel like you're getting something done. These guys, man, are they cool or what? They are cool. It's like the Ashbone Drakes in Plane of Hate, and there's a couple of them floating around in the Plane of Fear. Milldryd got to go to the Plane of Fear while she was doing her epic. I really was surprised that you got to get a golem from Terror, Fear, and Dread, or Fright and Dread. One of those will have it, or whichever one is up. I actually had to kill 2. 2 of them were up, and the first one didn't have it, so I had to go to the second, but I didn't get death touched by either one of them. I guess because she's 120, she's just immune to death touch. But just remember how much of a thing that was. Got to send the ranger in or send in the pet to take the death touch. All right, so let's pick up a couple more of these, and then we'll just call it a day here. But we are definitely going to stick around, so hopefully, you should have some bonus content here coming up. We'll add the named kill to the end. So, I mean, it's going to spawn eventually. Just never know when. Gotta get a little closer. Come on. Just moved just slightly too far. I think Milldryd is actually kind of pushing it. Alright, let's go snag one more. Last one. And then that'll be it. That'll be Western Waste, in the Claws of Vasheen expansion. Down here in the pit, the claw or whatever, the claw mark, the gash, scar, where the Dracolich are, and the Temple of Vasheen zone in. It's a really cool little temple here. I like the orange, like the glow from the fire pots. Pretty cool. I like this view because then I can see what Ellennora's doing. She is done casting, so I can get her to cast some more. Alright, that's that. So we'll probably see you in the bonus content, but if not, I hope you had a good time. Thanks for watching. That's this area here in a nutshell. This is the camp for the named. And that's that. All right, you have a good one. All right, it is bonus time. And we have been at this for a beat. It has taken Miscreation a while to show up. Man, it was just right there. There it is. Nope, that's a Dracolich. Where did it run off to? It did look like it was going down this way. And of course it wasn't in its static spot where it shows on the map. Another Dracolich. Okay. Well, we are definitely going to have to figure out where this guy is. And of course we're probably pretty close to... There he is. One spawning. Let's take a look at Bob real quick. Oh man. So this one here is going to spawn real soon. There it is. That would have been awesome to have both of these. There we go. So we'll get this, and then we'll run out and get Miscreation the Timeless. Pull it back all the way. Make sure that we get the Dracolich to, come into camp as far as we want it, or as close as we want it. So let's get a little bit closer here, so Bob gets the synergies going. And we've done probably about 9 cycles. Kill the one in the front, and then I go left, and there's 3 spawns there, and then I'd pick up 2 or 3 out front, depending on how far apart they were, before the one at the end of the cavern here would respawn. So probably about 9, I would say. 7, 8, 9. I know that's such a large range, but yeah, it was right around there. All right, hopefully this creation is just chilling right back out where it was. There he is. A little too close to those other ones? I think so. Well, here we go. Awesome. Didn't get rooted. Love it when the named root you right off the bat. Especially when we're so far away from where our healer merc is. So by the time we would get here with Bob, because it's Bob's merc, so I'd run Bob out there and Milldryd would be dead. So, not the first time that's happened. So I'm glad it didn't. Here we go. Let's Get our harm touch going. This guy's gonna be tough, so we're going full bore. Let's get a slow. We're going everything pack hunt. Dot. Okay, Milldryd's looking like she's doing pretty good. She's holding up. Zolchek is not attacking, so let's get our life taps out there. Bob needs to get closer. Look at this guy, man. He is super cool. It's like the only one that isn't a skeleton, but he looks like he's seen a better day. Let's go ham there. We'll get everyone going. Oh no! Come on. Well, no, I don't like this weapon. This is not a good weapon to fight unaimed with. I don't know why Milldryd went down. Just such a wimp. She's got decent hit points and everything. She's got good gear. There's no reason for her to be dying. Let's go empowered blades so that we do more melee damage. Let's get the dot going out here again. That's disappointing that Milldryd had to go down for this. That's very disappointing. Enchanted Ancient Chain. What is that? That is a type 5. That's pretty cool. So we'll give that to Elennora. She needs it. We got Snow Squall boots, which are no trade. Quite the bummer. So we'll just take the rest of the stuff and we'll leave the boots. All right, so Elennora got herself a cool, cool charm, or not a charm, but an aug. So let's see. Head, chest, legs, yep, and feet. There we go. That's where it's going. Excellent. I like to go head, chest, legs, feet, arms, wrist 1, wrist 2, hands. It's kind of the order of my equipment. Well, that was pretty cool. That's Miscreation, the Timeless. There you go, pretty cool. Very neat looking. So, you know, we still got to figure out what we need to do to keep Milldryd alive. I mean, she was rocking her huge harm touch. She had all of her other stuff going. Gonna have to really look more into life taps and make sure that every life tap that I have her doing is actually returning life back to her, which I don't know. I fear that may not be the case. So, you know, and I think that's why she might be going down. She's getting hit pretty heavy. I mean, she really was, well, 39, 60,000. I mean, she was still alive at that point, but you get hit down. Boy, she got a lot of hits here. This guy just went ham. Yeah, I don't understand. She got hit quite a few times in a row. I don't know. We got to figure it out. Where's she sitting right now? She's sitting at 400,000 hit points, which is, I mean, for what she is, a tank, that's nothing. I mean, I know Bob's buffed, but he's got 645, which is really nothing awesome. It's enough. So, all right, I'm gonna swap out these weapons. like to have my blades. I know when you're doing on a raid, you're doing your bow mostly, 99.8% of the time. You want to have a two-hander because it gives you a bunch of extra stats and it helps, your proccing rate and everything. But just doing in this with the girls here, I don't think we need to worry about it too much. And then if I have to get on it with the swords, I think it's better to have these two. All right, well, hey, congratulations to us for killing Miscreant the Timeless. I mean, it just took forever for him to spawn. So, happy to see that. And we're going to move on someplace else. But I think, for a while, we're going to stay here and just grind this out a little bit. See if we can get any more augs. I think there's a type 7. So, all right, we'll see you at the next location. Have a good one.